So, welcome to the first video in this channel, ADHD and me. You're probably wondering why I haven't got a mic on, why this isn't really polished, and what's this guy on about. So, I do make some content just for work. I'm a chiropractor based in South Wales. I do some social media stuff, the odd YouTube video, just to help with my work stuff. And I did think about making a video like that with a mic and lights and all polished, but it just didn't feel right. So I got diagnosed with ADHD a week ago today. So I've had a little think before jumping on and making a video, so I can sort of just collect my thoughts and I'll think how I feel and where I want to go from here. Interesting feeling. I'm in the Welsh weather, as you can see. I still haven't quite got my head around it, even though I've known for a long time that my mind doesn't work the same way as everyone else's. I wish I bought the mic now because you'd hear me better. But yeah, I do feel an element of relief. I feel a lot better, a lot lighter, knowing that I suppose I got a bit of validation for how I felt for so long and how tired I felt and how emotionally drained and how all those feelings that I just thought was me and my problem are actually now explained by a dopamine deficiency, by ADHD, and I've got the subtype, combined the subtype, which literally fits my presentation so well, and it's not a surprise now, I know, but yeah, it's been an interesting week, overwhelmingly positive, I think, because I now can understand, as I just mentioned, why I feel the way I do, but obviously quite a lot of regret as well, that I didn't find out sooner, that I didn't know sooner, of potentially missed experiences, missed memories, missed opportunities, and just feeling pretty shit for quite a long time. So yeah, I've started this channel, I'll tell you why now. But yeah, my feelings, which I wanted to process over the space of a week, overwhelmingly positive. I'm happy. I now have something to work on and can explain. But yeah, I do feel quite frustrated still, and angry is the wrong word, just kind of still a bit upset. Does that make sense? So the reason I've set up this channel is I enjoy looking into things, reading about stuff, doing some product reviews. I do that, as I said, with work as a chiropractor. I have products off companies, I test them, I see if they work, see if they do what it says in the thing, how the company portrays those products, and then I do little videos and reviews in it. Now, I've contacted quite a few companies already and I've had some products sent over. There's an absolute minefield of information that you can go down in terms of what works, what doesn't, what you should take. If you've got ADHD, what you shouldn't. I've joined a couple of forums and there every single day is just people asking for opinions on what they should take, what they shouldn't, as certain things work. I understand that it costs a lot of money to try these things if they're not going to suit you. So my plan is, I've documented all my experience up to now in terms of the assessment, which I had to do privately. So I'm going to make some videos on that, just to show how it went, and if you're thinking about getting assessed or unsure how that went, because I had to source that privately, which is the best thing ever. It was an excellent experience. I really can't speak highly enough of the psychologist I work with. But it was hard to make that decision because it was expensive. Not that factored in or made a massive bearing in my decision, because it's what I wanted to do, but it was expensive. I wasn't sure if I needed it. Was I going to go and be told, you're being silly, this is ridiculous, you're just a working man with some children and a business and you're just being foolish. So there was a lot of feelings of trepidation around going and getting assessed. But I'm going to make a separate video on that, because I think it'll be really cool to literally show the testing that happened and the process that went through. So yeah, watch this space for that. So I'm 37, and as I mentioned, feelings early on in the video are a little bit up and down, but I'm kind of looking forward now to how I manage these symptoms going forward. One of them is exercise, which I'm doing now. My dog Rex. Hey Rexy. Yeah, he's uninterested. I've always trained, and I've always subconsciously known that training and being active is good for me and really, really helps me. So I find it hard to train as much as I want to. I'd love to train sort of 5-6 times a week, but that's difficult with a family and a business and everything. So I'm now in this quandary of how do I fit in a proper routine to help me manage my symptoms around my life that's already really busy. That's the bit that's stressing me out the most at the moment, and I think it's going to take a bit of time. Like, in theory, I know the answer. I should work less, I should train more, and I should have more relaxation time, as well as a lot of other things, of course. But it's just not that easy just to implement those things, especially when you've got commitments and family and got to pay the bills, guys. So yeah, it's going to take a little bit of working around, and I'm not sure how it's going to look. So I can't really give any indication of exactly how and what I'm going to do just yet. I think I need to reduce my hours somehow, or at least change my hours. I work fairly long days some of the days, and they just kill me. And I've known that for a long time as well, but I just thought because they were long days, I was just tired. But working an extended day as a chiropractor, what I do is a lot of patient interaction. It's quite intense, and I really enjoy it, don't get me wrong, but it absolutely drains me for the rest of the week. If I do a long day on a Tuesday, by the time then Tuesday night comes and I get home at 7:30ish, that sort of ballpark, have some tea, go to bed, I am emotionally done. And then I'm reeling from Wednesday onwards, and that's a pattern I've been stuck in for a while, obviously not understanding, but it's something I've been doing for a long, long time, and I don't think it's helped me at all. How I move forward from it, I don't know the answer yet, because, as I said, we've all got to work. It's not just as easy as just stopping or doing less. You can't just do that overnight. But I think tweaking of my hours is something I'm going to have to work on for sure. So yeah, I am treading water a little bit, as I mentioned, in terms of how I move forward from here. I have got a medication review next week, so I've got a private appointment, which is recommended by my psychologist. She recommended quite strongly that medications would probably suit myself and my symptoms, and I tend to agree. I think just short term, being able to just quieten that noise that I feel in my head all the time and just stop those racing thoughts. If I can just temper those even short term, I think it'll just give me a break, just to have a bit of respite in my own head, and then collect my thoughts and maybe work out what I'm going to do moving forward. So I've got that next week, so that's obviously something to aim for. It's Friday now as I'm filming this, a week since I had my assessment. I got my medication, I think it's next Thursday, the appointment, so I can update on that next week. I've been sent quite a few things already, which is cool. So Nootropic Pro's one, Just Flow, Mystic Energy, I've received quite a few things. I've also got some wellness stuff from my chiropractic reviews. So a gadget called NeuroSim, which is a parasympathetic stimulation device, which goes on your tragus in your left ear. And there's a lot of people saying that that's helped them with their ADHD symptoms. So I'm going to be trialing that properly. I've got some red light stuff, a unit called Thrive, which is gaining a lot of traction, which works on the gut-brain axis. So initially that was created for sort of IBS symptoms and gut symptoms, but there's a lot of sort of stats stacking up now that's helping with cognitive function and focus and mental clarity. So yeah, I'm looking forward to testing these things, and hoping I can provide a little bit of context if they work and if they're worth you guys doing. So last thing for me, before I check off in this video, I hope you guys will follow along, like and subscribe. I'm planning some pretty cool things that will hopefully help me, and then in turn maybe help you, and then maybe you guys can help me, and more importantly, just make some information free so that you can make some informed decisions based on maybe what I do and how I find things. So that's my aim, is to hopefully get some benefit out of trialing all these things, documenting my experiences, and it'd be cool to have you along for the ride. I'm going to head home now because the Welsh weather is not kind and the storm is coming, so I'm going to clock off here, but I'm looking forward to starting. when it comes to the review stuff, I'll obviously do some more polished videos, nicer ones filmed in the studio kind of thing, or filmed in the clinic where we can look at it properly, and they look nice and polished, as I said. But I just feel it just doesn't feel right to sit down in a chair with lighting and everything and just sort of try and be formulaic, because a lot of this is how I feel, and it's quite an instinctive thing, and that's what I struggle with most of my ADHD, is being able to do things on demand. I just can't. I can only do things when I feel like it, and I feel like doing this now, so therefore I'm doing it, and I can be upfront and organic and authentic because that's how I'm feeling right now. But just to be on cue and think, right, I'm making a video at 1 o'clock is just, doesn't suit me at all. Never has, and now I know why, I guess. So hopefully we can make some cool stuff that'll be good to watch, and I can make some vlog stuff week by week just to update on how things are going. So just to clarify, next week we got some reviews coming, or one review, and then hopefully the week after I'm going to start to release some videos on the assessment process and how it went for me.